Ever feel like you're sprinting towards your goals, only to trip over your own feet? Like you know what you need to do, but something you can't quite put your finger on is holding you back. You're not alone. Countless ambitious Gen Z individuals secretly self-sabotage their own success. The patterns are surprisingly consistent. It's less about a lack of drive, and more about a misalignment between your conscious ambition and the hidden anxieties bubbling beneath the surface. The first, and perhaps most pervasive, culprit is the fear of actually achieving your dreams. It's a paradox, right? You crave success, but the thought of the responsibility, the visibility, or the potential for criticism can trigger a primal avoidance response. This is manifested as procrastination, perfectionism, or a sudden, inexplicable lack of interest in the very things you declared you wanted. Think about it, suddenly wanting to rewatch old TikToks instead of finishing that project. That's often the subconscious mind acting as a protective layer, shielding you from an uncomfortable future. This isn't weakness, it's a common psychological reaction. And as Carol Dweck's work on mindset demonstrates, understanding this fixed versus growth mindset dynamic is the first step to dismantling it. Furthermore, your carefully curated online persona often clashes with your internal reality. This generates a pressure cooker of inadequacy. You're constantly comparing your behind-the-scenes struggles to everyone else's highlight reels. This fuels a relentless cycle of self-doubt. This relentless comparison is compounded by the availability heuristic. You're overemphasizing what's readily available to you, Instagram feeds, while ignoring the countless hours of unseen effort everyone else put in. A shocking truth is that the most impressive people you admire are probably battling insecurities just as profound as your own. And recognizing that shared vulnerability is crucial for breaking free from the trap of constant comparison. Beyond external pressures, a deeper layer of self-sabotage often stems from a fundamental lack of self-worth. You might believe you deserve success, but deep down, a persistent inner critic whispers that you're not good enough, that you're an imposter, that you'll be found out. This insidious voice, echoing the negativity you're internalized throughout your life, creates a self-fulfilling prophecy. You subconsciously act in ways that confirm your pre-existing negative beliefs. As Brené Brown so powerfully articulates, vulnerability is the birthplace of innovation and connection. But the fear of exposing that vulnerability often paralyzes us. The mistake many make is focusing solely on setting goals. Big, audacious goals are fantastic, but they lack sustainability without a corresponding investment in your underlying psychological resilience. You need to build a strong foundation of self-compassion, actively challenging those limiting beliefs and replacing them with evidence-based affirmations. This isn't about positive thinking. It's about realistic self-assessment and consciously choosing to redirect your inner narrative. You might also be experiencing analysis paralysis, becoming so bogged down in planning and strategizing that you never actually take action. You're overthinking every detail, fearing making a wrong move, which ironically leads to inaction. Remember, as Mark Twain famously said, the best way to get started is to quit procrastinating. It's about embracing imperfect action, knowing that failure is an inevitable part of the learning process, shifting your focus from avoiding mistakes to extracting lessons from them. If you're truly on the verge of a breakthrough, you're likely noticing a resistance within yourself, a subtle but persistent pull away from your goals. This isn't a sign you're off course. It's a signal that you're challenging deeply ingrained patterns and beliefs, and the universe is pushing back. Don't fight it, observe it, understand it, and then choose to move forward anyway. Consider this a direct challenge. Identify one area in your life where you've experienced self-sabotage, and articulate, in writing, the specific fear that's driving that behavior. Then, schedule one small action, something easily achievable, to take tomorrow that directly confronts that fear. No excuses, just action.